10TV is asking, how well do you know your kids? And this morning's focus, your child's workouts and attempts to build muscle. 10TV's Kristyn Hartman joins us here this morning with a stat that might surprise us, huh?
And you know what, Jeff? It surprised me. Definitely a stat that surprised me. The journal Pediatrics published a study showing nearly 35% of boys said they'd used protein powders or shakes. An additional 10% said they took something like creatine. I met someone who did all of that.
High school senior Lance Porter is a bodybuilder. He got into it a couple years ago and loves it. But when he started, his mom Darnita had reservations.
There's always a dark side. You hear about abuse and you're concerned, what do these guys do to bulk up?
I was taking protein and I was taking a pre-workout and creatine too.
You can find the powders, the shakes, and the energy products on store shelves. Recommended doses, typically pretty general.
Were you worried about the one scoop fitting all? Was that a concern for you?
That was a huge concern.
So Darnita pushed Lance to see a registered dietitian at Nationwide Children's Hospital Sports Medicine.
It doesn't advise on the label.
Jessica Bushman's take on kids using muscle-building powders and workout enhancements?
Buyer beware.
She says she's heard of children as young as 9 asking about them, and she's personally consulted a 12-year-old whose coach recommended the stuff. One of her big concerns is taurine and pre-workout products to boost energy.
That's a very strong stimulant, especially for a kid.
She says it could give a child the jitters and heart palpitations. As for taking excess protein,
Could easily help you get this through, a well-balanced diet.
she helped Lance, who was into shortcut supplements. Now he's food-focused.
I feel definitely better when you get your diet in check and I'm eating every 2 hours and you get that consistent basis. You definitely feel a lot more energy than I did relying on the supplements.
We eat lots of fish, chicken. We get a lot from peanut butter.
Lance says these days he only uses supplements if he misses a meal. That makes mom happy.
Much less worry.
The dietitian also told me parents need to know supplements are not regulated the same way pharmaceuticals are, meaning what's on the label may not be true. And she also says there's little to no research on long-term effects with kids and teens. And she's concerned about this one scoop fits all policy that you find in a lot of these jugs. This could be for a 12-year-old, it could be for a 24-year-old, but they're not the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Really not the same.
One scoop for me, one scoop for you. Totally
different
Different.
thing.
Yeah.
And that's if they stick to it. I mean, you get kids double down on that, more and more.
Yeah, more means I get bigger,
Right.
and so you really have to be concerned about that as a parent. So says our dietitian.
All right, good stuff, Kristyn. Thanks for joining us this morning,
bet.
bright and early.
Yeah.